Hey Rat, how's it going? Looks like they're just entering in the seeds right now. Let's get a little personal feedback on my own voice. There we go. So I know I'm not speaking too loud. Alright. There we go. Alright, looks like they're about to get things started. Discussion of their warm-ups. This is, let's see, let's reduce the chat down here. This is up here. Plus this back here. Pop this out. I can, alright, there we go. Now we're gonna go ahead and toss that. No. Minimize. No. Okay, fine, whatever. Not enough screen real estate. Ah! So, while they're finishing setting things up, we've got DT, who has a record of 4 and 2, and Priw8, who is also at 4 and 2. DT's personal best for the season is 18 minutes 33 seconds, versus Priw8's 19 minutes 26 seconds. Average win of 21.35 over on Priw8's side, and I'm jumping up all these numbers. So DT is 1833 best, 1956 average, and they're off. And Priw8 is 1926 best, 2135 average. So they're both going to grab their daggers, their shovels, and their news love. Let's take a look at this map. Looks like we've got a nearby Tower of Storms. Both of them going for the 50 rupees behind the Deku. Looks like we've got Desert in the bottom right, and a annoying puzzle cave area to the right of Zelda's balcony. We've got Priw8 going up around the top in order to, I guess, go over to the Lost Woods. Oh, and Tower of Storms is right there, right above Pyro Castle. Oh, that's what Priw8's going for. A bomb shop right there. Going for a Goron shop. Hit immediately over to Lost Woods. DT picking up their Power Glove. Switching it to X. Big fan of that. X is you're lifting something up, so. Ooh, looks like Priw8 is still trying to. Okay, I think they see where Lost Woods is now. Up in D3. Whereas DT got their loot over in Gerudo Ruins, or Gerudo Desert rather. And Ring of Blasting, we don't want that. And we've got Shiga Slate over here. Let's see. Ooh, Priw8 getting really hurt. Still has max stamina though. And there's Priw8's loot. I'm not a fan of that either, Rat. D2 going down in order to get the flippers. Not sure if they're screen watching, but with very northwestern sort of forest area, obviously not intriguing to DT in order to go all the way up there without some form of faster movement as an option. It looks like DT is heading over to Kakariko Village, which is in the lower left corner of this map, and Priw8 is already there doing the backdoor strat. Going to come out, pick up the sheet slate there. And going down and get the torture system. Power boots in the Freddy right outside CAC. Priw8 finds a early key thanks to that Torch of Wisdom. Torch of Wisdom, for those who do not know, is, if you're familiar with Necrodancer, it is like the monocle. For those who aren't familiar with either game, essentially it allows you to see what is in walls and chests, what items are in them. So as you can see on both of our players' sides, we're both in Kakariko Crypt with some very familiar music. Ooh, Ring of Piercing over from DT. And then looting to reset the map. It's a very bad map in order to try and get to either Freddy for a kill or the actual Shadow Link for. Third reroll. Was that the one that Priw8 did? Alright, we got flippers for Priw8. Okay. Let's see if DT just bumps out or... Okay, yeah. So jumping immediately out. And we've got both of them awake. Priw8 diving into Frozen Grotto. Still on base dagger. Those power boots are doing a lot of heavy lifting though. And the piercing. Three damage is still a good threshold. It's not as significant as 2, but it's still pretty good. And DT going to grab their Goron Locket. Priw8 going into the Frozen Grotto big key room with just the slidey puzzle. We got a big key for Priw8. DT Window Hut and going up to Tower of Storms. Oh, there's no half blocks there. Gotta go around the long way. I'll have to see what Priw8 finds up there, but maybe... I didn't see if there were any, ooh, thanks for the raid, tic-tac-toe. I've not set up my stuff for... my Streamlabs stuff in order to take care of things. Alright, DT taking a long way around. Oh, Priw8's got a rapier already. And that is also a oboe. Alright, Priw8 going around to infuse that rapier. I should actually go into a community cast room. There we go. Make sure that it is streaming. If anyone wishes to join, I'm in Community Cast 3. A tic-tac-torium! Alright, looks like Priw8 found a hookshot at some point. DT is currently working off of the glass broadsword for the damage, plus the boost of power. That's big key. Hey Rat, how's it going?
Watch this race. Throw my voice in there.
I'm gonna go ahead and lower their volume. Alright. Thank you very much for joining.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've reduced the volume. Let me know if it's still too loud, Chris, or anyone else in the chat.
Okay. I'm usually pretty quiet. Can I turn up my mic?
I know I had issues where I was being, sorry for the cackling, I'm moving my webcam. I had previous complaints where people couldn't even hear me over the rest of Discord chat, so... Go ahead and do a test.
Testing! Hello! I had eggs and toast for breakfast. Mmm.
Alright. That's a good key over there, that's a Glockenspiel.
Okay, we got the thing. Oh man, so many good items. Okay. Yeah, there's good and bad from what both racers have done so far.
Okay, good.
Like, I like how Priw8 used the fast movement after Grotto to go over to Gerudo Ruins.
Mm-hmm.
But the downside was they went for Lost, you know,
yeah,
doing that old loop thing, which it's not terribly slow. It's just slower on average than going into Southside Desert.
looks like DT found that rapier in the Frozen Grotto as well. And is now going to infuse that, while Priw8 is making their way up to the Temple of Storms.
Tower of Glockenspiels.
Tower of Glockenspiels. Oh, here we go, here we go! Never mind. Okay, looks like Priw8 is stocking up on bombs in order to do a backdoor strat with the boulder. Now we've got a big key for the Gerudo Ruins for DT. And it looks like they have both the hookshot and the Pegasus anklet, so that trip up to Lost Swamp is going to be a much faster ordeal than Priw8 had. Did Priw8 actually, okay, Priw8 doing a little bit of configuration with the,
This is gonna be tricky. You have a bow. I don't know if it's worth it to do this. Let's see.
and then pushing the... I don't know. This is taking way too much time compared to...
Work. Yeah, interesting. Okay. Oh, so they can turn now. Yeah, I'm not sure about this.
No.
Oh, yeah. It looks interesting. It's tricky. Okay, not there.
I think they might be giving up.
No. They're getting the anklet out for pivot, I think. Oh, no. Yeah, they might be giving up, too. Looks like they're giving up.
Nope, never mind. They're doing the setup again.
Okay. Maybe diagonally from the upper... No, that one would be too high for the bottom.
And then I'm gonna dequip the anklet, and now bomb. There you go.
Okay, there you go. Then
There you go, you got it, but
yeah,
I think it would have been faster in order to just do the, main route.
Yeah, big brain. That was cool.
Oh, what? I missed it.
Oh, he just, so he eventually set up the rolling rock against the wall with the turbine, and then got on it and rolled across and then jumped on the turbine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, you're a little behind me, I guess, because I'm on, I'm just using straight Twitch. I'm not using, like, CADGAR or anything.
Oh, okay. Hang on. Try to look into the future.
Alright, so that's a big key.
That was really cool.
That's a big key.
Oh, you're at the big key.
Has Priw8 actually done Go Maracas?
I don't think so yet.
I think they just went through the woods or something like that at some point. And that's DT heading for Hyrule Castle.
Okay, DT's ahead. It's the Death Mountain skip. That's a huge difference, right? The minute to figure it out.
The Death Mountain skip was one thing, but I think you were right from the get-go that it was probably more so the trip up to Lost Woods.
Sure.
From the start.
Oh, he ran. Okay, Priw8 ran through the dungeon, so just doing.
There we go. Okay, so not as far behind as we initially thought.
No. A little behind.
But still, 2 entire Hyrule Castle floors behind, let alone trying to get through the courtyard. Enough stamina in order to do all of the Pegasus anklets.
Pegasus anklet scares me in terms of use. I like want to use it all the time, but then I like also want to use Naru's Love all the time. So it's you know, it's a tough trade-off, especially because like the numbers don't work out well. It's like Naru's Love is a quarter and anklet's a fifth.
Alright, now Priw8's got all the keys that they need. Very trolly set of swap traps on that floor too.
Yeah, it used to be didn't it used to be possible that you could have it on the door, on the like stairs going down?
Yes.
I remember something like that happening.
Yeah, that was a thing in 1.0. Or, well, 1.0.2. Oh, Priw8 has a Ring of Courage.
Yeah.
There's a flawless Octavo for DT.
Priw8's still pretty far behind, like 40 seconds.
Yeah. DT opting to not take the the extra heart container in the future Gracier's shop, which is pretty typical for the faster racers.
The heart piece you're talking about? Skipping the
heart container, yeah.
Yeah, from the death drop. Yeah, I wonder about that. Like, how much? It's not that many fixed beats. It's like maybe 10.
Yeah.
Okay, this is.
I generally do it just because I prefer the safety. Because dying in future is just way worse than dying almost anywhere else. Although,
absolutely.
Unless you have like your full slew of keys that you need for still doing like 4 instrument dungeons. Or I guess you'd probably have done 2 of them, and then probably Pyro Castle or something like that.
Okay.
Alright, Priw8 doing the... getting his glass rapier. DT finishing up Future Hyrule.
Okay, it looks like Priw8 might get a little bit of catch-up from drafting and getting the layouts, but it doesn't seem like it's going to be enough.
Yeah. And, Shadow Zelda being a bit of a troll, as she always is. That's phase 1 of Ganon down for DT. Priw8, ooh, getting a little surrounded. No piercing. Swapping back to the rapier. One final floor for Priw8, and DT is on, well, just finishing phase 2 of Ganon. We just gotta break everyone out. And that's the dot duns in the chat, and that's the actual dot dun on the stream. So 2011-ish race time, 2013 in the chat room,
okay,
and a 1918
GG.
For in-game.
1918 in-game. Yeah, part of that is not an easy Death Mountain backdoor, right? That adds another minute.
Yeah.
And the Lost Woods was like top left corner, so that also adds time, right? It was like the farthest possible away from any of the other dungeons.
Yeah. It was a pretty central-ish Hyrule Castle. Yeah. Central and kind of low, not as low as possible, but still fairly low. Oh, and Cadence is going to have to run a fair distance, and ooh, that was close. Almost lost their last bit of health with that poison Wizrobe.
Oh, sure. That was real close.
They're just chatting in the room right now, discussing things. Yeah, DT mentioning that they went around the long way, whereas Priw8 messed around with the boulder. I'm sure that boulder strats would probably be a fair bit quicker, generally speaking, but you have to think quickly enough in order to make them work the first time. Otherwise, it would have been more worth it in order to just do the standard long way around.
Right. I kind of like Priw8 choosing to do this because it's like a long-term strategy. Yeah, it's part show-off. It's part, like, in my mind, it's like, you want to do those as much as you can so you get better at seeing how to do it, right?
Yes.
So it's like you're taking a slower path now for maybe a faster one later. And all the internet cool points, so or pog, yeah.
Wave tracker. Alright, and they're off. Trying to reset my tracker. Oh, it's in properties, refresh cache. Okay, that didn't do it. There it goes. Alright, now let's interact with it again, and now I can get going.
Right. What is this map?
Temple of Storm is immediately above Zelda's bedroom.
Yeah, I didn't check if the
Windmill Hut,
border
rather.
on the right was beach or desert.
That's
I think it's
beach.
beach. Yeah. Okay.
So we've got a leftward desert. Priw8 going, prepping up the bridge and going possibly down to get Frozen Grotto. It looks like we've got a bottom left desert.
That Wizenfleur spot is a little annoying. It's not the worst if you go immediately into Kakariko. A little obnoxious, a little out of the way.
Oh, yeah, I see it now.
Okay. Also,
DT going directly to
this is the
Kak.
right side castle spawn, and I dislike it so much.
Oh, yeah.
It's so much worse, like for Zelda.
Ooh. DT finding a glass flail
Oh,
and
nice.
pulling out. Interesting strategy. Dipping into Kakariko in order to... Oh, and another glass flail.
Yeah.
And Priw8
Maybe-
sticking to strategy of always going to Lost Woods first for their loot.
Yeah, it's not bad. The top left one or the left side swamp is just on average worse than bottom swamp.
Yeah.
And I have a tier list.
DT clearing the castle bridge. And looks to also be going up towards the swamp, so... Oh, there goes one of their
Walking the
glass flails.
Yeah, I wonder why DT didn't clear Kakariko.
I think maybe just because they didn't have the loot and they found that glass flail, so
Sure.
they couldn't.
I mean, the glass flail is the reason to do it. You know, like once you see it, it's like, oh, okay, this will be just as fast as waiting.
Yeah, it's
I mean, it's gonna be a little bit slower to save and quit RTA than it is to use the loot to get back. It depends on how long it takes the game to load.
yeah.
It's pretty close. I'm not sure if it's like enough to change the difference in terms of like number of teleports that you need to do.
Mm-hmm. Especially if there's a lot of teleports.
Yeah. It would just be +2 for coming back later.
Picking up the bomb on the plateau there. Bombs. Oh, and there's Goron's shop right outside Gerudo. Well, outside of the desert. So it's on the way. Both of them are going to get it.
Okay. Yeah, that's always scary in a race when like you don't see it and you're not sure where it is, and you don't want to like have to risk searching for it.
Mm-hmm.
So someone finds it, or if it's on the way.
DT going out of their way in order to get this key. I generally skip that particular open key unless if there's like an extra dirt wall already there or an easy half block. But that one was a bit out of the way, I think.
Sure. The strat without any equipment is pretty slow. I haven't done. Like, I kind of want to know how it compares to like average key elsewhere. You know, if it's worth going for. With no, there goes the other one. I just saw a glass flower getting moved lost for Priw8. It's pretty terrible. Ooh, there's a rapier.
What's this in there? Oh, there's the rapier. So, overall, 9 keys are going to be required for this run. You can back up that coupon. Ooh, and also the Shadow Link room is actually a fair bit closer on the respawn.
Yeah, this layout seems so much better for DT, right? Like
so it worked out in the end for DT to have just dipped in, found the glass flail, even though they ended up losing it. Ended up overall being a better fit. Grabbing a spare key or 2, and then dipping out.
Huh, interesting. That was a long way to go for a key. There's another one. That's neat.
And there's Priw8's Flawless. And was Robo spawning the Oboe right where they did a AoE. And we've got a nice Temple of Storms backdoor, nice and easy.
Okay, I think I actually have to jump out. There's another meeting that's starting, so thanks for letting me jump in for a minute.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for dropping by.
Yeah.
Alright, we've got a bow over on DT's side, and Priw8 is finding their grow-around shop. DT gonna pick up that glass spear. Let's go ahead and pause that one. Reduce our internet usage. DT just making their way through Temple of Storms. Priw8 hitting the Gerudo village. Sheikah Stone. Scroll of Need. Probably not the best time in order to need for a ring. Can be useful later when you're about to go through future Hyrule and you don't need bombs for skips or anything. DT going ahead and picking up that base flail. Oh, wrong one. There we go, Glockenspiel. And Priw8 going directly for that, I should have the Guitar Mouse Knights. Just sticking with the base flail for now. We've got some power boots, and they're still like half full, so might as well. There's the Sheikah Stone for DT, for Gerudo, and Priw8 going around back in order to infuse their rapier DT doing the half block strats. And picking up a, okay, yeah. So they also end up picking up that, rapier. And we've also got, of course, seed variants! Variants here being, I think that red chest for one, but also just DT is getting much better dungeon layouts for entering Frozen Grotto later, and a number of other things. Alright, so we've got a big key over there. I did not notice if Priw8's gone up to the Temple of Storms yet. Ooh, Wombo 5 damage. 3 + 1 + 1, yeah. There's the oboe. Now DT going into Gerudo Ruins for their third dungeon. A decent layout. Priw8, looks like we've got the tall, Lost Swamp, big key room. Alright, and that is the Go Maracas done for Priw8 and Bass Guitarmos done for DT. So DT now trekking their way through the Lost Forest, the Lost Woods, while Priw8 is making their way up to the Temple of Storms. Priw8's gonna hit their Sheikah Stone first. So this is a pretty close race. Gonna just keep the power boots and not bother with healing back up because they've got 5 hearts left still. Another key for DT. Another key for Priw8. Uninfused rapier for DT. And we've got a different key, boss key room in the Lost Swamp. Oh, okay, switching back to the Glapier for Go Maracas. Priw8 is actually going to be going in up to Hyrule Castle sooner. And another Glapier for DT. Probably not going to bother with infusing. They don't have the time. DT tossing a bomb chew in order to light that torch. Picking up the compass that's right along the path. There's a low health Ring of Piercing. This is so close. There's that third key that DT needed. Priw8 still needs one more key. Maybe they're hoping that they especially get the oh yeah, okay, so they're just gonna purchase that key right there. So they are neck and neck. DT passing up Priw8 because they had to go for that extra key. And a refresh on their Shovel of Courage. For both of them. Just letting the Pixie Kiss go off. Now here are the Twin Guards. Giving up the Rain of Piercing, unfortunately, maybe? I'm not sure. They're both going into the Octavo fight just a few beats after the other. Also, both fairly low on their Boots of Power, so hopefully it lasts long enough in this fight. Alright, there's Phase 1 down. We've got Wizrobes on Priw8's side and Priw8 into... Alright, so Phase 3 for DT. Phase 3 just now for Priw8. This is so close. Going into the final phase for DT. There's that hit. Priw8's losing all their obsidian damage from taking all these hits, and there is the final blow for DT. Teleport's not working out for Priw8 at all. And DT's in the future high roll. Could have maybe done a bomb jump there, but probably safer in order to. Oh, they haven't. They're relying on glass for their damage output. Gotta go through. Ooh, they're neck and neck. This is like super sync almost. And they don't have enough diamonds in order to infuse. Priw8 taking the lead. Oh no! And the courage swapped the courage ring off for the defense, the ring of protection on DT. Priw8 going into the final floor. DT trying to make their way around, bombing through Freddy's shop. Finally finding the exit to floor 3. And messing up the, Priw8 going on to the Ganon fight already. DT a little bit lost. Maybe found, there they go. Your White Dyra. Priw8 on Phase 1 of the Ganon fight. Moving on to Phase 2, just as DT's entering the Ganon fight. Double bomb on Ganon. Ooh, Cadence being really hassled there. Losing their glass, and so Priw8 had to spend a bunch of extra time in order to re-equip. Still on Phase 3 though. Still getting to Phase 3 though. DT only just about to finish Phase 2. Very trolly phase. And that is Priw8 with the beam. Bringing down the beam! Wow, that was such a close race in the end. Priw8 overcoming DT in the final stretch where mostly Necrodancer knowledge matters. They're both good Necrodancer players. What am I kidding? Who am I kidding? With an 1843 in-game for Priw8 and a 1911 in-game for DT. And I was pretty close on the timer. And the race has ended.